Well, folks, buckle up because we're diving headfirst into the chaotic world of American politics. It's a world where shutting down the government is apparently a viable negotiating tactic. This time it was a showdown over, well, pretty much everything. On one side you had those lovable scamps in Congress, locked in a perpetual game of who can be the most dysfunctional, and on the other, you had the American people, holding their breath and hoping they wouldn't get screwed over in the process. At the center of this political circus was Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. Now Schumer found himself in a pickle. He could either vote against a funding bill and risk a government shutdown, or he could vote in favor of it and face a potential backlash from within his own party. It was a classic damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. Schumer ultimately chose to vote against the shutdown. His decision, however, wasn't without its critics. Some Democrats accused him of caving to pressure and failing to stand up for their values. They argued that a shutdown, while painful, would have been a small price to pay to force the other side to compromise. So why did Schumer make this gamble? Well, my friends, it all boils down to one thing: strategy. Schumer, you see, is playing the long game. He knows that government shutdowns are never popular. They disrupt people's lives, damage the economy, and generally make everyone miserable. And guess who usually gets blamed? That's right, the party in power. Schumer also knows that the Democrats are facing an uphill battle in the next election. They need to pick their battles carefully and avoid any unforced errors. A government shutdown, in his view, would have been a massive unforced error. But here's the thing about strategy: it's risky. By avoiding a shutdown, Schumer may have angered some members of his own party. He may have also given the other side the impression that he's willing to compromise on anything. Only time will tell if this gamble pays off. The fallout from Schumer's decision was, as you might expect, messy. Progressive Democrats were furious, arguing that he'd squandered their leverage. They accused him of prioritizing political expediency over principle. Moderates, on the other hand, generally supported his decision, arguing that it was the responsible thing to do. This internal strife within the Democratic Party highlights a larger issue: the deep divisions that exist within American politics. It's a political landscape where compromise is seen as weakness, and where both sides seem more interested in scoring points than in actually governing. So, the question remains: was Schumer's decision a masterstroke or a misstep? Well, folks, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The truth is, it's too early to say for sure. Schumer is betting on the long game. He's hoping that by avoiding a shutdown, he can position the Democrats for success in the next election. Whether or not this strategy will work is anyone's guess. But one thing is for certain: American politics is a contact sport, and Chuck Schumer is right in the thick of it. Please like and subscribe for more content.